Well, okay, it is time for First Alert Weather.
Yeah.
Jeff Ray is here now. So, Jeff, I know there's a lot of concern about severe weather starting early this afternoon, but many of us woke up to thunder and rain earlier this morning. Wouldn't that lessen the chance of severity?
You know, 9 times out of 10, I'll be telling you, like, hey, good news, Karen, we had rain this morning, but what's going to happen, we're going to change air masses. So, with a warm front coming up. Okay. So, what will happen, even though we have cool weather in place and some rain still going on that started this morning, instability will arrive as we get into the afternoon. And it's because things are going to warm up with a warm front coming through and kind of change out that worked over air mass. So if you want, I can show you temperatures right now, and it kind of tells the story of what I'm talking about. Because we're in the 50s in some areas.
Right. And, you know, so I know that we need to be weather aware
Yeah.
because of this. But we've had other weather alert days this spring. Is this a similar sort of setup to what we've seen this spring?
It's similar in that we're going to have the storm system move right over the top of us. It's dissimilar, like they're all different, but this one is kind of loading up with the warm, moist air to our southwest. And do you see in that corner, that warm front there? That's where temperatures are in the 70s. But look where it is in Dallas, in the 50s. And by the way, up by the Red River, where it's in the 50s, I really don't think you're going to have much of a threat of severe weather today, period, because it's so cool there. And this is the visible satellite, and look at all the cloud cover around as well. So that's another thing, you know, it keeps things from heating up, and you think we'd be in the clear. But what's going to happen, Karen, I do believe, is that all this continues to push off to the east, and then as it comes up from the southwest, the warm front does, then the game is back on about the risk of severe weather. Now, everything that you're seeing right here is just spring rain. I mean, we're always glad to get rain in spring. You can see it's spotty about. There's a few strikes of lightning, but there is nothing severe. This is some heavy rain that is moving across Wise County right now, and maybe there might even be some pea-size hail with this and some gusty winds. But again, nothing severe. We're still going to play this waiting game for the next couple of hours. I do believe a tornado watch will be coming out probably in the next hour, and it'll include the Metroplex, but that warm front is the thing to watch, because as it approaches, this is where the air is warm and humid, and everything is in place with a cold front and a low pressure system to give us some severe weather right there. So we could have some thunderstorms going on that aren't severe up to the north of the front, maybe some hail with those, but you can see what happens as we get into the afternoon. See how those bright colors start showing up? This area I've circled here, this is the area of highest concern as we cross the afternoon and get into the evening commute. I need you to be weather aware, because these thunderstorms could be powerful. Large hail, tornadoes are possible, and very heavy rain. In fact, we're going to spend the afternoon with a flood risk because of all this heavy rain that goes on. Now, I've stopped it again at 6:30, and then notice how quickly it goes into this line of thunderstorms. This is at 8 o'clock, so these are strong winds as the main threat. As it moves out of the area, and sleep well tonight, it'll all be off to our east. This is really going to be an afternoon and early evening event for us. So, again, we're under a weather alert. The greatest severe weather threat from 1 p.m. to 10 p.m., and that the threats are large hail, isolated tornadoes, and of course damaging winds with that flash flood threat. I think 1 to 4 really starting in Erath County up into Wise County for the Metroplex, starting around 4 all the way to 8. And you can see how the storm chances and the rain chances just creep up and really get very high. So what we were thinking about as far as this tornado threat today, this circled area, this is some pretty high threat. And when they put in these hatch marks, that's an EF2 or EF5 tornado. So that's why we're so concerned about the tornado threat. If one forms, it's going to be a damaging tornado. We certainly know the hail threat is very high. It's 30%. And when you see that hatched area, that means the hail could get up to 2 inches in size. So these storms that develop could be very dangerous. The First Alert Weather Team is here in full staff to keep you posted. Now, Friday. Thursday, don't worry. Friday, worry, because we get into the afternoon and evening, we could have more severe weather, and we have a weather alert day for Friday evening. As we go into Saturday, some rain around and cooler weather, and Sunday, we'll forget all about the severe weather, get out and enjoy Sunday.
All right, Jeff, thank you. And one more reminder ahead of the storms expected this afternoon, get your weather information 24/7. Just open your cell phone camera, point it at this QR code. You can download the CBS News Texas app to get updates from the First Alert Weather Team.